What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jamil coming to you from Into the Void Sounds of Silence Season 3 once again to bring some healthy wisdom and understandings and my gleanings on life and what it's teaching each and every one of us right now in this awakening and this massive shift that we're going through with not only our intelligence present in our space and dominating our space, but also artificial intelligence becoming a place that we now have to walk through, or a new landscape that man is now learning to scale and ascend through and learn through and grow from. This episode is called I-MAGI-NATION Station. As always, let's take our commemorative breath and be present here and in the moment. Now we are here. I-MAGI-NATION Station. What a beautiful pairing of words, right? I know. Round of applause for this guy. But in all seriousness, what is an I-MAGI-NATION Station? It's a center point and a concentral piece of realization, of rationale, and of radiance. Everything in both your waking and dreaming state originates in the imagination. We are but a series of images, of ideas, of inclinations, of photos, whether it be in form of light or in form of darkness. What does that mean? That means that we are continuously shifting and changing and evolving and embodying the last and most imposing image that has been impressed upon us. And through imagination that is stationed in the center of our mind, do we continue to move towards that greatest symbol or symbolic frame of being that we can get ourselves into, that symbolic form of being that we can achieve. The I-MAGI-NATION Station is the place where every event that has happened in your life that is non-coincidental has found a home. And it is from that center point, that station, that the imagination meets all of the materials it needs to continue to feed your mind what it needs to continue for it to grow, to continue for it to evolve and become something worthwhile in this world, in this life, and for you as an individual and as a dreamer, as a thinker, as a doer, as an actor, as a beer in this reality. Imagination, the first thing that is taken from us, the first thing that is robbed from us, the first thing that is stripped from us as men, women, and children, because of the power that it holds to dissipate the false symbols and the false realities and the false identities that are cast upon us so soon. So soon are we taught that the best things in life are fairy tales, and now we are made weakened into the truths of life. So soon are we fed myths, and now we are veiled from the mysteries of man. So soon are we sold romance, and are we obscured in the truth of love. Imagination is that place that gives us all of what we need to brave life in all of its trials and tribulations, all of its rights. Because we have no right to anything that we cannot first imagine. Imagine that you can't imagine anything unperverted by what has been placed in your mind against your own will. Imagine purely from the source of your own soul, from the remedies of your spirit. Imagine right now. This is an exercise. Imagine in vivid detail that place that is so beautiful to you, that is so precious to you, that is so important to you. Imagine that person that is so precious to you, that is so important to you, that means everything to you. Imagine that life that you are proud of, that you are happy to live, that you can't wait to wake up to. Imagine that passion that you get to carry out, that work that you get to do, that purpose that you get to live. Imagine that spirit that you have. Imagine that soul that is speaking through you right now. Imagine the love of all things around you. Imagine the nature of who it is you are. Imagine what it is in form. Imagine what it is in words. Imagine what it is in color. Imagine what it is in sound. Imagine. 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 And never stop. That's the rock. Imagination. The fuel of all reality. Imagination. The fuel of humanity. Imagination. The fuel of creativity. Imagination. Without it is futility. Continue on. Never let that exercise die. Never let that pass you by. Imagine and continue to do it. Because if you pursue it, you can continue to play. And play is the truth of life. Play. We take things so seriously now. And where has that gotten us? It has gotten us into some very divisive places in life where the games we play leave little to no room for them to end. And we forget where we begin. So imagine a new game, a new thing, a new person, a new being, a new form, a new idea, a new world. Imagine it. And if you imagine a new world, don't try to change this one. Become it. Build it. Serve it. Be sold on it. Because it is sold on you. There isn't a thing that is placed in you that was not placed there for a reason. There isn't a thing in you that you can't carry. There isn't a thing in you that you can't be. And that is a reminder, right there in that moment, to imagine. That alarm that just went off is called Genesis. It's a new day. Generate. Genesis. Imagine. Create. through imagining, through image. Because that's how we were first made. And continue to do it. And always pursue it. Imagine. Because it's your right to do so. No matter your age, no matter your occupation, no matter your lifestyle, no matter your past, your future, or your present, imagine. It's all there. It's all there. Everything he used to make you is in the imagination. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. And see it through. Because it'll all lead to you when you imagine. Imagine. I have a child's joy when I do these. So everything I say could feel childlike because I'm speaking to the last person that you allowed to imagine. For those who are like me, you never stopped. You didn't know how. So you have that childlike joy still with you. But for those who listen and can only see the child in them, that is the last time you've imagined. And you need to go back to that person. And you need to thank them for all of the strength that you have, all of the resilience that you have, all of the times you persevered, all of the times you've broken through, all of the times you've achieved, because it was all in you. And it all comes from that person that last imagined. And if you want that person back, you gotta let them through. You gotta let them come to you when you start to imagine again. When you start to take all of the elements of yourself, all of the elements of your character, all of the elements of your purpose, all of the elements of your passions, all of the elements of your desires, all of the elements of your goals, all of the elements of life, all of the elements of the world, all of the elements of the Creator, and you imagine, and you see that within yourself, and you know that all of it is happening for you, and you know that all of it is happening because of you, and you know that all of it can happen because you imagine. Imagine. When is the last time you put down all of this stress, all of this worry, all of this guilt and shame for what didn't go right or where you failed or what life doesn't look like at this point in time? When have you set it down? When have you dropped the weight? When have you dropped the identity crisis? When have you dropped the imposter syndrome? When have you dropped the character assassinations? When have you dropped the betrayal? When have you dropped the hurt? When have you dropped the pain and just said, let me remake this. Let me change this. Let me be something different. And then you imagine. 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 And then it changed. Now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Not in the past. Not in the future. It changed now. And now you are on a completely different path towards all of the imagination that is there for you, waiting in its station for you to take the train of thought towards it. For you to take the positives, for you to take the evolutions, for you to take the creation, for for you to take the time and the dreams and get on that train and ride it through. Your next station is in you, but you have to imagine the way through. Imagine. Imagination moves the mountain. Imagination parts the sea. Imagination walks the water. Imagination turns water into wine. Imagination heals the sick and the blind. Imagination helps you see the truth. Imagination knows it's you. Imagination. We're made in an image. And that image is imagination. We're a nation of images. Split up the word. Image nation. I-MAGI. I-MAGI-NATION. Interesting. Very interesting. Told you I'm childlike. Very, very interesting though. I-MAGI-NATION. Me being a Christian man, there was 3 of them who visited the son of my creator. I-MAGI. I make. I do. I know. I am. Imagination. And this is my station. So join me. And let's take what was first given to us to imagine. Now, every limit, every odd, every obstacle has been removed, has been let go, has been shifted out of your awareness. And what you can now see is all that you've ever imagined. So breathe. And release. Remember, the imagination station has to be cleaned. It has to be cleared out. You can't let everybody stay. You can't let everything stay. You can't let you stay sometimes. You have to travel in your mind. You don't have to travel without all the time. You don't have to always escape your environment. Sometimes you have to escape the traps of your own mind. You have to escape your own machinations in order for you to evolve into creation and to create from your imagination station. Imagine, imagine, imagine. Peace and love from up above. Be wise as serpents and sweet as doves.